If you think your problem in life would be solved if you had a particular thing, such as money, newsflash, your problem could still be there with or without the money. If your problem is fear and you haven't dealt with your fear and done your shadow work around what are you afraid of. There's people who are, what you would consider financially challenged, and maybe materialistically they don't have what you think a successful person, successful in our toxic society should look like. But they're content or even happy because they have what they need and they know it. And they don't have a constant gnawing fear to always have more because they're not being led by their ego. Ego is fear. It has a lot of functions, but ego is your fear. And it doesn't matter what you have materialistically. You could have $1 million, and if you're afraid of not having money or not having a place to live or not having your basic needs met, if that's one of your core fears, having $1 million doesn't make your fear go away. Have you noticed that? There's a reason narcissists have a never ending bottomless pit of need and greed. And there's a reason that greedy people who are extremely egoic, uh, they're not happy either. You would think the richest people in the world, wouldn't they be happy if money was the problem? That tells you money's not the problem. You're the problem. If you're identifying with outside resources like that in a lack mentality, fear based way, then that is the problem. And when you address that, you can change your circumstances. I know people who have had privileged lives and have what we would all consider financial security, and they're more worried about money than I am. And I am living on a very limited income. Um, but I know how to manifest what I need. I know the universe provides for me because I'm deeply connected to source and the universe. So, I've had the same fears of being destitute, and I've had a lot more reason to have those fears because I'm disabled. And there's been times in my life where I barely had a place to live. So I have real life reasons to have that fear. But I do my shadow work so that I don't ruminate. If you're constantly ruminating on your fears, you're basically manifesting your fears. So if you don't arrest that behavior, which is a bad habit, letting yourself constantly catastrophize and ruminate is a form of neuroses. And you can stop that. Like, it's a habit, and you can stop it. Um, you can stop the endless loop, but you have to become mindful and honest with yourself when it's happening and stop it when it's happening. And do this over and over again until it becomes a habit. So if you think, oh, my life would be fine if I just had this one thing, no, it wouldn't. If you haven't addressed the issues that made you think you needed that thing, it doesn't matter what you have. You're always going to still have that craving for something that you don't have because you didn't meet your own need by discovering what your real need was, which is to overcome your fear.